boys in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers. Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers. Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
Hey, it's the RebelTaxi Pizza Party Q&A podcast. If you're listening to this, it means one of our guests quit or I screwed up or something happened, and you're listening to this backup podcast where you record it in case I fuck up. So
actually, this is the backup podcast because the last backup podcast we made was deleted by this motherfucker.
I recorded a podcast and then I recorded another backup podcast on the same file, so I thought the last podcast was that podcast, and then I deleted that, and I didn't know it was the newer podcast. So
seriously, how do you even do that? The original backup was so fucking good. We killed off a character permanently. It was great. We killed off a character.
We killed off Emily, but it's not canon, so I'm still here.
We've killed off Emily like how many times now?
You can't kill me, you fuck.
Bang! Inserted actual gunshot sound effect.
Fucking whore.
In that podcast, we figured out how to bring back Symbiotic Titan, but now that it's deleted, it's lost forever.
Hey,
I forget how we brought it back. Do we just do an alchemical ritual? Like, do we all just like put our blood in the seal?
Actually, what happened was, and that's how we brought back Symbiotic Titan.
Damn.
I really like how Kimmy got pregnant with Octus's babies.
Yeah,
like little robo babies.
Those were the good days.
Those robo babies were adorable.
Yeah. She got like radiation poisoning, and died.
Oh.
It was like Spider-Man Rain, except good.
Oh, yeah. Gendy disappeared after Samurai Jack ended. Like, we don't know where he is now. He's probably dead or just ashamed at realizing, wow, kind of blew that ending. Whoops.
He's in the mountains training.
Wait. Let's talk about that. Well, we should probably introduce people, but I want to talk about how you're like on Tumblr and such. The ending was awful, and then on your video, you made like the most passive, yeah, it was a thing.
Look, we all have our mixed emotions,
All right. Before we continue with this discussion, who are you people?
I'm Pan Pizza.
People.
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys.
I'm Pan Pizza.
Hi, I'm Izzy.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a racist and there are multiple minorities here, okay? It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh.
Is that what you wanted me to say? Is that what you fucking wanted me to say?
I'm Hispanic and also a vampire.
What?
I'm a vampire. Yeah, Emily and Stephanie are vampires. It's canon.
What was Stephanie?
That's a race. In mythology, possibly. According to Hotel Transylvania. It's metaphorical.
Okay, first of all, you don't dictate life's like mythology off of a cartoon.
It could happen.
Especially
I want to bring up Max Landis's The Death and Return of Superman short film. How do you kill a vampire? Stake through the heart, garlic, silver bullet, or whatever. And then his dad says, no, you can kill a vampire however the fuck you want because vampires don't fucking exist. You can come up with any fucking rule you want.
Yeah.
So I guess, Pan, if you want to make them fucking vampires, fine.
Oh boy.
Fucking idiot. Yeah. Stupid.
We're still vampires, we can go out into the sun, it's fine. We just have sharp teeth and we sometimes eat blood, possibly. We haven't tried. It looks gross. I don't want to get like AIDS from anything, It's
Now wait,
gross.
Is this Pan talking or Stephanie?
Yeah, I can't tell.
It's me, you idiot.
Oh, it's Pan.
No, fuck off. That's my brother, I think. We don't know what our relationship is.
Obnoxious voice, completely socially retarded.
Shut up.
So Emily and Stephanie are like those kids that are on the news because they said they were werewolves.
No. Oh, speaking of the news,
on all levels except physical, I am a vampire.
Speaking of the news, we were gonna have some other artists on the podcast. Yeah, he drew a lot of Danny Phantom and Ember McLean art and stuff, and we haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know what happened to him, but anyway, who are you?
Wait. Repeat that.
Yeah, he is some artist I found online. I thought he was pretty talented. He draws a lot of like Ember McLean from Danny Phantom. Like he has his own like this OC story where Ember McLean has all these ghost girlfriends or whatever.
Oh yeah, and he shot up a high school.
What? Wait, what?
Oh.
What?
I think we're talking about the same thing, right? I hope so.
What happened?
Bernie was telling me about this, and depending on when this is uploaded, he may or may not have a video out about it. But he told me about Bear. He shot up a supermarket and killed 3 people. And in his manifesto, there was an animated music video where he had a Danny Phantom OC he made shoot up a high school.
I doubt it's the same person.
What if it is, though?
Link me it.
Bernie's gonna make a video eventually. I don't know. It'll either be out by the time this podcast is out, if it ever gets out, or it's in the process of being made. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Fuck you all.
We don't know.
I read about this on 4chan, but it got deleted before I could read it.
Look, I'm sure
we should probably actually. Hey, wait, guys, could we actually introduce each other? Like,
yes. Who are you people?
You know who fucking cares? That's Izzy, that's Norbert, and that's Herny Art. You fucking...
This is a podcast. You can't point at people, Nolan.
You can't.
Hello, I mean Don Sporty.
Even so, it's rude to point. Also, that's Emily and Stephanie right there. They're sitting there.
They don't exist.
Fucking Christ.
I'm here too. You shot Stephanie.
Pan when I wait, I don't even need to fucking introduce their goddamn names are the fucking video. Idiot.
We don't know whose voice is coming from who.
Voices.
Apparently, we all sound the same.
Which one sounds like a black person? Which one sounds like a fucking duck, idiot?
Okay, not everyone looks in the world in that lens.
Shut the fuck up, Izzy! Nobody gives a fucking goddamn bullshit about this fucking podcast!
Inside voices.
Are we breaking up?
Sometimes, Nolan, you're scaring me, and sometimes when I get scared, I get erections at weird times.
This is already better than the last podcast.
Izzy, I'm divorcing you.
What? No. Okay. First of all, we had a pact, Nolan.
Yeah. Well, if you hold up this magnifying glass, and in between lines 34 and 36. There's a small line that says line 35, and it says, if you fucking cross the line, also you owe me all
what
the
fuck
for me.
Okay, first of all, how's asking people to name themselves crossing the line? I think you're being a diva.
Is he?
Guys.
Stephanie is truly a Yoko Ono.
Guys, what the fuck? That guy was the same person. The guy that was going to be on the podcast, that was the same person.
I knew it!
What the fuck?
The person you shot up a fucking supermarket, you loser. You like the school shooter.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Also, is this still Stephanie?
No, it's me. Holy shit! What the fuck? Okay, so apparently some guy wanted to be on, and he shot up a school. Whoops.
He wanted to be on the podcast?
Oh, I can't believe it. What the fuck?
You know, most likely because he didn't get on the podcast.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying causation and correlation are the same thing.
No. Honestly, I actually looked. I'm just joking right now. He didn't really. We have no relation to him, but I was curious. Does this guy subscribe to me? And I was looking it up. It's no. Whew.
No.
I checked his other accounts to see if they subscribe to me. It's nah, it's fine.
My brother and I had a friend who turned out to be a murderer. So
what?
Yeah.
Good God. It's kind of like.
Was he a fan of Butch Harmon too?
What?
Okay, he who should not be named shall not be named on this podcast.
This is Butch Hartman's fault.
You mean Lord Moldy Butt?
Oh.
Oh no, Lord Moldy Butt.
Butch Hartman, you did this.
Speaking of Butch Hartman, he recently released this first episode of a live action show that stars his daughter, and it's god awful.
Oh,
it's almost like it's like Ken Penders all over again.
Oh, don't compare Butch Hartman to Ken Penders.
They are the same goddamn person.
No, Butch Hartman's successful.
Nolan, we talked about this. Butch Hartman and Seth MacFarlane are the same person.
I feel like they are, but they have the same head.
The unholy trifecta of live action to cartoons to live action again. People: Seth MacFarlane, Butch Hartman, Ken Penders.
Butch Hartman and Seth MacFarlane have the same face, but different head shapes. Seth is round, Butch is square.
Are you saying that if we took their faces and swapped them?
MacFarlane too.
They'd be the same. They both got those squinty eyes, you know.
Yeah, those squinty eyes that pierce your soul.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane says, "I survived 9/11. What have you done with your day?"
Oh.
That's like the only thing he's notable for.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, you know, Seth. I mean, look, the Butch Hartman is trying with his Noog network thing, like it's his online thing, and you know, he's trying to get more traction for it since, like, Fairly Odd Parents is ending, and Bunsen is a Beast isn't doing so well. So you know, it's not really doing that well.
Okay,
why?
But that. Go ahead.
Why? You know what? I fucking lost it. Never mind. Go ahead, Izzy. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, that space diner project has like very minor potential, but this is the acting and presentation and the fact that you're using like I think default Apple like motion graphics popping up, like the editing software comes with the Apple products.
Yeah.
Like it's just really, really bad. But on top of that though, the Noog network, the actual thing where you can have like a little character and avatar and such, that's kind of cool. Like there's some potential for his thing. I just wish Butch Hartman wasn't attached to it.
Oh, rude.
Also, I'm really sick of so many people confusing Butch Hartman with like Greg McCracken and Genny Tartakovsky.
Oh no.
Like there's a lot of like animation vanilla people that are like, oh yeah, I love Butch Hartman stuff, and they list off things, and I'm like, you do not love him because you do not realize what he does.
You know what I want to do is essentially make a top 10, well not a top 10, just like cartoon facts that are wrong video. Stuff like Rob Zombie did not work on that Beavis and Butthead music video in the movie and stuff like that. Just myths that I constantly hear that are not true in animation.
Remember, did you know animation you used to do, and now you don't?
Oh, it's like Frederator took up that mantle, you know? It's like they just beat me to the punch. Oh, hey, Norbert, you wrote for them, you fucking traitor piece of shit. Yeah.
Fucking retard.
Oh, you can't say those words, Nolan. That's wrong.
What, fucking?
No, the other word. Well, that too. Maybe that too.
What? Wait, what other word? Fag?
No. Well, I like it when girls call me that. It kind of turns me on sometimes. Like
I can't tell the difference between Pan and Stephanie.
Sometimes. Shut up.
They're literally the same.
No, we're not. Shut up.
Only Stephanie has a slightly more pleasant voice.
Shut the fuck up.
And has anyone ever compared you to Deadpool and his multiple personalities?
Oh, right. No, I remember I got an ask that said, you should write for Deadpool. Your references are obscure and unfunny enough.
Oh. This just in, if there's ever a live action RebelTaxi movie, Ryan Reynolds is going to play Pan.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's so sad. It's all terrible. Crap, what were we talking about besides Norbert creating us? But
this is just a train wreck of a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to bring up Herny because like Herny, like I wanted to ask like, since where do you live again? Well, like what country?
Chile.
Yeah, like what's the cartoon scene like in Chile?
Shitty.
What's the, like what's on TV and stuff?
Oh man, it's been years since I've been watching TV. I don't even have a TV anymore.
Shit.
I think that we produce a lot of shorts and like co-produce stuff with like other countries, Brazil, Argentina, and that kind of stuff. But like a proper cartoon show, something like that. No, we don't have that.
No.
I think sometimes Cartoon Network Latin America shows like stuff from here.
Yeah.
But I can't remember shit.
I mean, Mexico started doing more stuff with animation. Like they have their Legend Quest on Netflix.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I thought you were gonna bring up that other show.
What other show?
You know that one.
No, we don't.
No.
Go ahead.
Which one?
The one with the girl that I don't like.
Girl that you don't like. Which one?
What's it called? Villainous.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's also animated in Mexico. Like I'm trying to contact the creator and stuff. Like, please be on our shitty podcast.
Well, I'm sure he will. I mean, I think he's like pretty like active on Tumblr, I think.
Shit, yeah. But Villainous, that Cartoon Network short series on the website, it hasn't been released officially on American Cartoon Network, but other countries, yeah. But essentially, like, there's only like 6 minutes of footage as of now, and people are just like, oh yeah, I want to fuck the top hat, black hat, and also dementia, which I don't blame them. Dementia is pretty fine, you know. I mean, she is thirsty for her boss, you know. It's like, damn, bitch. That shit. Yeah, but why don't you like dementia?
Live like this?
Huh?
What? Huh?
So
I was making a reference to a meme because I'm unfunny and unoriginal.
so why don't you like it, Herny?
I think she's a bit too much.
Oh,
I don't know.
I feel like
literally like the first thing that I heard her say was rar.
Yeah, which I feel like these characters are hot topic bait. Like you got Tortoro, you got the Onceler, you got Harley Quinn, and you got Chester McBadbad's dad.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh,
I love the bear and I want to fuck him, but that's about it.
Oh,
I don't know anything else.
The only reason why I don't like her is because I got too many people asking for porno of her.
Oh boy.
And, yeah.
You can draw me as her, because I dress the same. I got the striped thingies. I can do that.
Herny, who's the most requested character besides your mascots, essentially?
Jenny. I guess that's my mascot too.
Oh, Jenny.
I don't know. I don't know. I get a lot of what's that goth girl called? The one from Drama Island.
Oh, Gwen.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one that I don't like. I don't like it either.
And also a Nui.
Yeah.
Guff me up.
Yeah. I get a request for Stephanie too. Sometimes.
Oh, Ben. Yeah.
Too.
I don't know if Stephanie can handle that. But you guys want to get into the questions?
I mean, if we have to.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we've only recorded like 17 minutes, but it feels longer and it's more shameful. But yeah.
It's like 40 minutes already.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into the questions.
John Madden.
One and only C.R. Martin. Least favorite genre of video games?
Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Ding.
Like you go into a used video game store and there's just like there's desperation of just like, please take these. They're $1 each. Take Madden 04. We don't care. Take it.
You know, the most copies of a video game I've ever seen in a clearance bin I saw like 20 copies of the Naked Brothers Band for PS2 at my local Walmart.
Sweet.
And I've been debating on stealing a copy just to say I stole something.
You want to go to prison for Naked Brothers Band?
Well, my mom used to work in retail, and she says she told me, this is an insider secret, that if you catch somebody shoplifting, you can't really do anything about it.
They can call the police.
You can't directly say anything to them because if they didn't steal something, then they could sue you. So,
yeah.
So yeah, you know, I mean, and plus, who fucking cares about the Naked Brothers Band, honestly?
Well,
Don't
I'm sure they'll
encourage the
still call the
Tumblr shop.
police, you know. Won't they?
And they'll be like, "What did you steal?" And I just told up the Naked Brothers Band, and they just say, "Oh."
You know what, kid? This is concerning. What's with these little kids? Why is it called the Naked Brothers Band? You're coming with us.
What's Light Yagami doing on this video game?
Oh yeah, the Naked Brothers Band. They went on to be one of the characters in the new Death Note live action Netflix movie.
Oh, that's right. I can't wait to watch it. It looks so awful.
Yeah, it can't be that bad. We'll see.
It's going to be terrible, Pan.
I believe.
What is?
Look, we're gonna get it
the
right this
Death
time.
Note
You know,
movie.
it's like Wonder Woman. Like no one thought it was gonna be good, and that come on. After several
That
strikes,
wasn't as good. You gave me false hope.
Shh, it was pretty good.
No, it was like
What is
okay.
your
I'll admit
problem?
the first like 2/3 ish of the movie is pretty decent, but that third act is awful.
What? Well, yeah, the villain kind of was dumb.
Yeah,
I kind of
but-
like how they handled the ending of Wonder Woman, you know, just like, we didn't have to Man of Steel it, we just needed this, you know?
it's one of those things where like DC movies are so bad, like there hasn't been a good one, and like the most like passable besides Wonder Woman has been like Suicide Squad, and that movie was awful too. Wonder Woman is like a good C.
Oh.
And it sucks that so many people are like celebrating it as if it's an amazing movie, just because it's just okay. Like that's how bad DC movies are.
Ouch. Okay, look, I will acknowledge that the villain was pretty lackluster, but like everything else was pretty good. Yeah.
Izzy,
Yeah.
Your taste in animation is just okay.
Oh.
Oh, it's not even animation. We're talking about live action movies.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying. Gotta cut them where it hurts.
Gotta cut them where it hurts.
If you wanted to cut somebody where it hurt, like I recommend the pinky.
Ah.
Or if you want, you can give them a paper cut on their urethra.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
hey, so
Or
least
if you
favorite
want-
video game.
Or if you really want to make it hurt, you can take like a cheese grater or a pet egg
Hey,
and shove
least
it up
favorite
there.
genre of video games. Go. What besides sports?
Well, go ahead.
I'm not a fan of racing
Not like
games
kart race, not
because
kart. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not a fan of racing games because after playing stuff like Mario Kart or Grand Theft Auto, it just feels like if you can't hurt the other players, what's the point?
Yeah.
I'm talking strictly like drag racing, where it's just
A line.
Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or whatever. It's boring.
Oh, I
bring up a
remember-
good point. Like, whenever you can't get out of the car and you can't see the character, it's just you play as cars.
Mhm.
I have a huge disconnect. Like, I can't connect to the character. I know that sounds like really weird, but like, I don't have any interest in that game because I like to play as I love mascot platformers, so I like to play with unique characters.
Yeah, but
Just
whenever
pretend you're in the Cars universe from Pixar.
yeah.
I would never play a card from Pixar's video game. Just saying.
Whenever I play like a Mario Kart or like a fighting game, I'm always like, why do I have to be here? Can't I go explore? Like, I don't really like fighting games for that reason. Just this most shallow reason. Just like, I want to explore. I don't want to just be held here in this field, this little land. I think least favorite genre of video games for me would be, well, just like RPGs, since I can't really get into them. And like, there's hardly any modern day RPGs like Earthbound. Like, they're always medieval fantasies or futuristic medieval fantasies, you know?
Sad. You know what's sad? The only thing that's not a futuristic medieval like RPG is Final Fantasy 13.
Oh yeah, I want to play that.
But Final Fantasy 15 isn't futuristic really. It has a flying car, but that's about it. Everything else is a more modern.
Do you
aesthetic.
have a flying car, Nolan?
I said it. It mostly has a modern aesthetic. That's like
Exactly.
the only. That's
Exactly. Yeah. Take that. Yeah.
But we actually have flying cars now, but they're more like airplanes that are shaped like cars.
Well, what's the point? Yeah, but also, I'm just tired of like all these movie tie-in games just being dinky little apps. Like, I want a shitty full-on console game based on a movie. You know, like all these Avengers and superhero movies should have had like a crappy video game, but no, they just have crappy apps for promotion because it's cheaper to make. Yeah, but
they make more money, or they'd make just as much money probably.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper to make, so they'll make way more money. Yeah, but
you'll never have Walmart's full of unsold Naked Brother band discs.
Like, what year was this?
Circle.
What year was this, Nolan? You found those Naked Brother band things?
I still see them.
Shit. I mean, I guess you go to the Walmart where they just dump all the stuff nobody wants. Like, yesterday I went to like a what's it called? Just a dying mall, and I was at the Hot Topic, and they just had all these discount Pickle and Peanut vinyl figures. You know, Pickle and Peanut, if anyone remembers that show on Disney XD, it was like a stoner show for kids. Like, I think Disney XD is trying to be Adult Swim for kids, because, I don't know, they're trying to be more experimental. But no one was buying these. No, I would have bought them, but, you know, I got enough stuff in my room. Yeah, but you ever just been to a dying mall and just feel shame everywhere?
Did you guys see that Tumblr post about like this person going to some, like, they had to go to like a restaurant that was in a mall, but the entire mall was closed down except for that one restaurant. It was just really fascinating.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, when you go to a dying mall, like half of the buildings are just closed, and there's like 10 people walking around. It's depressing. It's like there's no NPCs in this world. Like the computer can't handle it. The Matrix couldn't run these NPCs throughout this world, and they were too lazy to design all the individual buildings, so they put under construction. Like every single Dead Rising game, there's always a construction field for a mall, so they don't have to design more things.
Oh, we have a bit of news.
It's a timeless podcast.
No.
What was the news?
This is a timeless podcast, even though nobody gives a fucking shit.
What's the news, Nolan, then? What's the news?
Fucking Bubsy is back. Shut the
Bubsy
fuck
is
up.
back, bitches! Like Jet Set Radio, fuck no. Banjo-Kazooie, fuck no.
What we're talking about, Bubsy. Also, Night Trap is back as well.
What?
Yeah, did you not?
Night Trap,
I didn't know.
Night Trap is being re-released.
Yeah,
in HD?
on the PS4.
In HD. It's remastered.
Wow. So it's the same footage, but HD.
Yes.
Wow. Nobody asked for this. Night Trap was not even a good game. It was controversial, but it wasn't a good game, you know?
No, and it's now rated T for teen because that's how fucked up games have become.
Yeah. Although it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny to go back to certain games that in the 90s that were rated T for teen. Well, Night Trap was, I think, before. Yeah, it was before the whole ratings thing. But anyway, like games like GoldenEye that had a little bit of blood in the game. Like when you shoot someone, you'd see a red blotch on the body. And I was playing another game, Scud, Disposable Assassin on Sega Saturn, that featured blood in the cutscenes, and those were T-rated. But now blood is M-rated. I guess maybe it's because it's more realistic now, but I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently, the argument is because. I mean, if it's in movies, if there's a little bit of blood, it's fine. But since it's a video game, since you're the one doing the violence,
yeah,
it's apparently traumatizing to the kids.
Oh shit, yeah. But like Night Trap, like I guess because Five Nights at Freddy's is basically the same game, and that's popular. They're like, let's just bring it back to Night Trap. You know, someone will care.
I can see that.
Even though it's shit. You know, it's like bringing back Dragon's Lair. Like, who cares about Dragon's Lair anymore?
Okay, first of all, right.
Other than the animation, like, it was just like the beginning of QuickTime events, that thing that nobody likes in video games anymore. So it's like, it revolutionized the thing that everybody hates.
I would love for Dragon's Lair to be I want to say I want it to be a movie, because it's well animated, but like the characters are really generic and boring.
Yeah.
Like there really isn't a lot of endearing, like besides, nostalgia, Dragon's Lair really doesn't, it's not that like charming.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon's Lair was sort of the inspiration for Samurai Jack, how it's basically a near silent cartoon where it's just a character going through these obstacles, and that sort of did inspire Samurai Jack. So they could do that, possibly, if they want to rip off Samurai Jack. But anyway,
with Bubsy back, I'm really hoping Gex gets a reboot.
Oh yeah,
they did. It's called Ukulele.
Yeah, and that wasn't good. So.
I'm curious about it. I want to play it. It looks okay.
He needs more attitude.
Yeah, he needs to say Gex needs to come back, say a couple of N-words, like, assert his dominance,
We have a black person here, Pan.
Hey, now. Norbert was Gex coming back, hey.
Jesus Christ.
Hey!
I would. I unironically enjoyed it.
Ironically?
I unironically enjoyed
what
Gex
the
as a kid.
fuck? Well, as a kid, if you played it now, how is it,
Well, not every game ages super well as far as gameplay goes, but his one-liners I thought were funny. And did you know that Gex has two voices in the English? They have that in the British version they have a more suave sounding voice.
Yeah, and ours is just like LOL, Austin Powers reference, yeah.
But then
I mean, he's gonna say a bunch of memes if they do bring him back. He's gonna say, what's a meme? What the kids are saying. He's gonna have a fidget spinner. It's like
one TV-obsessed gecko, revolutionary 3D graphics, free-roaming gameplay. It's Gex and the Gecko.
Yeah, it's tail time.
Segan Smith says, "Do you have any weird phobias or fears? Mine are those ads that say, if you have blank, you may be entitled to compensation." What the fuck does he have? What kind of thing does he have? But anyway, what are your phobias? Tell us your fears so we can use them against you.
You first.
I have the fear that someone will give me a lot of money, so please don't give me a lot of money.
I always have this weird fear of like people in like mascot costumes for some reason.
Oh God, I had an ex-girlfriend that liked to pretend to be a cat. And like I'm not really big into kink shaming, but like she just did. I don't know if it was a kink. She just randomly started crawling around my apartment, meowing and such. And there was no like prior discussion for it. And I was like, I was very confused and kind of scared. And for the longest time, I was kind of scared of furries.
It's a kink girl.
Oh God.
Your girlfriend's a fucking furry. I'm sorry to break it to you, your ex-girlfriend, whatever.
Did you spray a bottle on her?
Aw.
Yeah. No. Stop it.
Does
No,
she
I
say
just-
yeah?
It just kind of threw me off. I just wasn't expecting it. Like those are type of things you have a conversation with before you do it.
Does she end every text with like a colon and a 3?
No.
Damn. Then what's the point? But I don't know. Like I always have this recurring dream of like my computer falling into water or something bad happening into it. So it's like, oh no. But I got my backups. Although the worst thing, if my thing were to break now, I would have a video that I was editing right there, so I'd lose that video and I'd be like, oh God, I gotta edit that all again and possibly find some of the footage again. Yeah.
You don't have backups?
I have backups for like all the other stuff, but like the actual movie files, I mean like the movie editing files, like where everything goes. Not really, that'd be too complicated to host.
I'm scared of whales.
Why whales?
I don't know, they're too big.
Yeah,
That's literally the only reason I have.
Yeah, they could just
They're
swallow
really-
people. They could vor people.
I mean,
if
they
want.
can't. They can't, but
They can. They could vor people anytime they
No.
want. You just wait.
no, I mean, no, because like, probably they have like a really small throat. So like,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Claustrophobia.
Oh, you just made it worse.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Bored inside a whale. Damn, wouldn't it be fucked up if you were
You
inside
made
a
a
whale
little
and you
bit.
just start shooting at it with a pistol? That'd be fucking cool. Anyway, so I guess, yeah.
Why are you talking about Boar?
I don't know. Hey, I just remember this one arcade game, Deep Sea. I forget. I don't know. Basically, it was like this on-rail shooter, and you had like this turret. They had this at Peter Piper Pizza, but you were going underwater and shooting at these sea creatures. I thought it was so cool. And me and my GF, Sheepy, we went to a Peter Piper Pizza, like as a date.
That's official now?
Yes, as a date, and it was on a Saturday night. Like I don't know. It was
Wait, no, you don't call if it's just dating. You like not if it's not like you're still going on dates. You don't just call her girlfriend.
Anyway, so we went on a Saturday night. Like
It's
I
a
remember.
mutual agreement, Izzy. It's not like there's any fucking like.
And
Goddamn, you got to fill out like the fucking paperwork to the girlfriend administration.
anyway,
Yes, hello. I would like to make my relationship with this person I'm going out with official, please. And then the girlfriend judge just sits there and reviews your file, and then he stamps it for approval.
But like we went to this Peter Piper Pizza. It was the day Samurai Jack ended. I know this because we were watching Bob's Burgers and like, hey, let's go to Peter Piper Pizza. And we realized, wow, Peter Piper Pizza have not been here since elementary school, but this place is a shithole. I mean, have you guys been to a Peter Piper on a Saturday? Ever? No one? Chuck E. Cheese?
You're all alone.
No
Nope.
one?
We don't have this here.
What do you do?
Here.
What's the pizza place you got there?
Jeepers. It has a roller
mean-
coaster and bumper cars.
Jeepers.
We don't have pizza. What is it?
What the
Looks so fancy.
That's sad. Yeah, but anyway, like this place is just a fucking rat hole. There's just like several parties going on at the same time. Like the tables are set up like a cafeteria. There's just kids screaming. There's no rules. Kids are running around, and like me and Sheepy were trying to play DDR Supernova, and it's like really hard to play when kids are just like walking around and sometimes walking on your game board. It's like, get the fuck out. It's like there's no rules. Like if you ever watch that one regular show where they go to the Fuzzy Dice episode of regular show where they go to this pizza place and it just looks like a piece of shit hellhole. That's exactly what it was, but more crowded. But I had to bring up the segment for this show called At Midnight on Comedy Central. They had a segment called Chuck E. Cheese or Jail. and they just got the Yelp reviews of Chuck E. Cheese and jail, and they ask, is this for Chuck E. Cheese or is this for prison? And it's just, wow, it's
Wait,
very similar.
You can Yelp review prison?
You can Yelp review anything. Any building is basically Yelpable.
Everybody, please Yelp my house. My address is.
Oh, no.
Can I Yelp this podcast?
Oh.
Everybody Yelp this Pizza Party podcast. Give it an honest and fair review.
Oh.
Chuck E. Cheese or jail? Chuck E. Cheese or jail? This is a delightful game. You can find reviews of everything on Yelp, from theme restaurants to jail. But weirdly, the reviews for jail and Chuck E. Cheese are shockingly similar. I am going to read you excerpts from some reviews, and for 250 points, you have to tell me if the Yelper is talking about Chuck E. Cheese or jail. The human herding and industrialization you have created could be compared to a Nazi concentration camp. Yes, Eliza.
Oof. I'm gonna go with jail.
That's a Chuck E. Cheese! That's a Chuck E. Cheese!
Oh, yeah. I know that. I've been to that Chuck E. Cheese. And it's dead on.
Going to the last one. Please let me out. Please let me out. Michael Che.
That's jail.
That is jail! Of course he wants to get out.
But next question. I forget how I got on this topic. But salt at Sweet Salt. How long did it take to develop your art style? Forever, because it's always developing. But
yeah, you fucking work on that shit forever. You're trapped.
Never stops.
You're trapped, my friend. You're in the cycle forever.
Yeah, it's always developing. But like, I guess let's ask, like, how'd your style develop? Like, how'd you get to where you are, you know? Herny, you draw.
Yeah, go ahead, Herny.
No, don't start with me. Start with someone else.
Well, you're the most popular artist here, possibly.
How about we start with somebody who isn't an illustrator but a writer? Norbert.
Oh.
Norbert, how has your writing developed over the course of your life? Has your style changed at all? Like, anything you notice that you do more than not, or?
That's a tough question. I hear a lot of people who've read my writing. They think it's witty and snarky, I guess, because early on, but actually before I started really writing, I guess I watched a lot of Zero Punctuation and stuff like that. But also something that started coming out when I started doing more fiction was more dark humor, more gross, gory humor. And in my screenwriting class, my professor was actually surprised at my final screenplay because it was so clean. It was about, simple 90s middle schoolers, and yeah.
So what you're telling me, your writing is snarky and sarcastic.
That's what other people say. I don't want to describe it like that. I hate how people think that sarcasm is the peak of cleverness.
I'm trying my best.
So what you're telling me is that people find you sarcastic. I would have never guessed.
What do you write, Norbert? What do you do?
Well, to put money in my pocket, I do freelance writing, like journalism. I write about video games and comic books and stuff, but I also started doing fiction. Like, one story is actually based on the Mr. Bones Wild Ride thing, but it's played straight as a horror story.
Oh, shit.
And I shared the pilot script, which I scrapped with Nolan, but I'm developing a show. Well, I'm working on a show called Paranormal Emporium, and it's about a bunch of 20-somethings who work in this black market shop with paranormal stuff.
That sounds pretty interesting. Don't you also write for Frederator and any other places?
Yeah, I do write for Frederator. I've written a lot of videos for them for their 107 Facts.
You motherfucker.
Hello. You are the one.
You are the motherfucker, yeah.
They call Sailor Moon.
Are you the one that is like, fact number one? Like, in this show, and in SpongeBob SquarePants, there's a SpongeBob called SquarePants or something like that. Like
I actually did a SpongeBob video.
But I just hate that like the first ones are like, I don't know. Do you know this show is called this?
Yeah, 107 Facts improved over time. Yeah.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better.
Okay.
They showed me some old scripts, and they're not anywhere near as good as the new
final
ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, like with animation, like I find it hard to find to research certain cartoons because like there's no info on these things. No one documented anything, or maybe they did, and the website's gone forever. But you know,
maybe not make like an arbitrary number, like 107, just in case there's a show that doesn't.
It's
have
a brand.
107 facts.
It's a brand.
I know, I get it, but I mean, like maybe it shouldn't have been such a high number.
Too bad.
Like, how do you do 107 facts about Clerks, the animated series? There's 6 episodes.
Look, Kevin Smith talks a lot, so you never know.
That's true. That's
I won't
true.
go into
but, like,
I won't go into detail, but that is something that Frederator is aware of, and they're working towards new ways to do videos. That's all I'm going to say, though.
Yeah, have they made 107 Facts of Clerks animated?
No.
Damn.
Who cares?
Hey, I care.
You said that so annoyed. No.
Next episode, no one watches it except us.
Only a niche crowd of people watch that. It's like doing a 107 Facts on Infinity Train right now.
This call is like 90% of the people who have watched Clerks the Animated Series.
Ouch. Ow. Rude.
What's a Clerks?
Yeah, what is? Yeah, but hey, art style, how did you develop it, Herny?
For time. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, just for, like, taking small stuff from, like, things you like. Or, like, time goes by. Like, oh, at the moment, I like this artist. Or, like, I like this show. So I'm just going to take a bit of this, a bit of that. And then you end up with, like, fucking mess. And that's your art style. Be happy with it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think there's a little bit too much emphasis on art style. Like everyone wants that.
Yeah.
And I think it really depends on what type of animator you want to be. Like if you want to be an internet animator where you're just like, making your own YouTube channel and such, art style is important because it's part of your branding. If you want to actually be in the industry, it's like you have to be able to draw all kinds of stuff, have to be open. And I always find it really weird when people are like, Izzy, it's amazing that you can draw all these different art styles. I'm like, yeah, that's a basic need for an artist. Like and I think people should probably focus a little bit more on the fundamentals. And I know this sounds like a generic bullshit art like advice, but it's like,
no, it's good advice.
Yeah, just follow, learn the fundamentals, learn how to draw, most things, and believe it or not, your art style will come to you naturally.
Yeah,
I guess people like really want to like think of it there are like as a brand, like like something recognizable. Like you want them to stand out, and like sometimes you feel like, oh, I like to be like have like a specific style, or like I won't be able to stand out like in the crowd. Shit.
I like to think that this question, no offense to the original poster or the original OP, whatever. It's one of those questions that's kind of like, what software do you use? Where it always feels like it's always a shortcut question where it's like, how do I get to being good automatically? And the hard part is it's always going to be put hard work into it.
Izzy's advice is really good because I've seen a lot of people who don't do fundamentals, and this is the kind of stuff that you would do in an art class, but I've seen a lot of people who only draw in their style, and despite them working at it for years and years and doing thousands of drawings, they barely improve at all.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been wanting to talk about for the longest time. I've seen a lot of people just say general art advice, just practice, practice, practice. And I think that's shitty advice, not because of the practicing part, but because it's so vague and so just directionless. You tell somebody to practice, and if they're drawing fucking anime titties, they're just going to be like, oh, okay. And they'll just keep drawing big old anime titties, and they won't know how to make a figure, a decent figure with actual anatomy. So it's like any sort of art form you're practicing, whether it be writing or drawing or sculpting, whatever, it's basically like you're taking care of a body. Like you have all sorts of You have all sorts of things you can do, like exercise or eating right, etc. And if you're eating shit food and you're not exercising properly, then your body's going to be shit. And it's the same with art, And it's a good analogy. But the point is, you gotta be learning constantly. You gotta keep absorbing materials, and you gotta keep practicing. Do warm-ups before you draw. Just practice figure drawing every day before you actually draw, other stuff. So yeah, practice, but with an asterisk saying you gotta practice the right stuff.
Yeah, essentially how I got to where I was. For one thing, yeah, figure drawing, like learning to draw anatomy and like shapes and forming the details around the basic shapes to form a figure.
That's always important.
Yeah, that's always important. But also, like, there was a time where I was just trying to imitate every art style, seeing how I can replicate a character and make my own character in that style. So basically, with designing, you're just like coming up with your own style. You're essentially sampling things you do like in like art styles and forming them together into your own thing, my style, I would say, is a mix of like all like Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls, but also like vinyl figures, like these Kid Robot vinyl figures, the smoothness of that stuff. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, artistic styling is abstraction of real life. That's what you're doing. You're taking something that exists and you are abstracting it into a new way. So art style is no different than like painting style. But with that being said, you have to understand what you're abstracting to be able to abstract it. And otherwise it becomes a symbol, kind of like the bathroom, stick figures. We know exactly what it means, but it's so far removed from things that you can't it's like a language versus actually being an art thing. I'm so technical, art thing. And this is actually, I want to quote a Cal Arts lecture that they put online because it really hits a lot what Nolan said. Nolan was talking about how art is all about being it's working out. You want to be well-rounded. And according to this lecture, there were 3 types of art. There's 3 types of exercising when it comes to drawing. It's educational drawing, disciplinary drawing, and experimental drawing. Educational drawing is whenever you draw something you haven't drawn before and you're acquiring that skill set. And so it's kind of like how most of us, we all drew stuff that we were looking at and we copied it, right? Ninja Turtles, Simpsons, Sonic the Hedgehog. Like we saw that, we liked it, and we drew it in our notebooks, right? That's educational drawing. That is taking something we hadn't previously drawn and we learned how to draw through it. The important part about this is to make sure that you're not only drawing the exact same thing over and over again. If you mostly draw cartoons and you're copying cartoons, well, look at real life as well so you can learn new skill sets. That's how you improve. That's why people get stagnant and stay in the same art style for so long, what you guys were saying. Yeah. Disciplinary drawing is when you go through every single step. You sketch it out, or you thumbnail, you sketch it, you refine the sketch, you clean up the sketch, I think it's the same thing, but you know what I mean. You do the line art, you do the shading, you do the highlight, or you do the color, shading, highlight, etc. You go through the entire process without skipping a beat, and that's disciplinary. You are training yourself to not take shortcuts and go all the way. And then finally, you have experimental drawing, and this is where you just sketch in your sketchbook. It's no nonsense. It's all abstraction. It's just you doodling, and then you take that drawing and you reapply it with disciplinary drawing, and that's how you get your true ideas.
Yeah,
that was good.
But
yeah, or you can draw porn.
Yeah, you can do that.
Good.
But
My
yeah,
art teacher is showing.
but with simplicity, like cartoons are basically breaking down all these real objects and simplifying them to the point where they're simple, but they're still recognizable as to what they represent. Yeah, because it's, I don't know, but also But to sum it up, one thing I just say is like keep working at your own style, refining the same things you're drawing, but also try different things, every so often. So, you don't just like keep drawing the same thing. Like there's other outside things affecting you,
No, yeah. Then it gets dull.
Yeah, don't just be drawing the same things over and over. Yeah.
I would also like to note that personal art style should not always dictate what you draw. Like, what I mean is, like, think about it this way. If you are drawing, say, or if you're telling a story that's a horror-based story, you wouldn't draw that the same way you would tell a lighthearted comedy. Let the art design be suited to the story.
Yeah.
Don't just make a generic art style and apply that to everything.
Yeah.
That's no good. Even Genny Tartakovsky, who has a very unique, very obvious way to how he draws. If you look at Samurai Jack, you look at Hotel Transylvania. I know they're different mediums, but they're all just they suit their story. Samurai Jack is more angular because it's more action packed. Dexter's Lab is a little bit more flat line or thick line and cartoony because it's comedy. And then Symbiotic Titan's a really beautiful mixture of the two.
Yeah.
But those art styles are different. They don't look exactly like the same show, not because they didn't like you know, you have like Family Guy, which has like the same art style across the board. Granted, it's the same show across the board, but it you know, Seth MacFarlane's very stagnant. Everything has to be the Seth MacFarlane look or the Butch Hartman look, because of the same person, remember? Go ahead.
You just got to ask, like, does the style need for it to be in this style for the type of story it's telling, you know?
Real quick, to jump back to the art style thing, I'm actually really curious about the writer's perspective.
Well, what do you mean?
Like, have you ever watched something that you're like, do you ever like question the art style versus the writing style and how it doesn't mismatch, or anything like along the lines of that when watching movies or cartoons?
Kind of, because we all know mostly adult cartoons don't look that great. Like Dr. Katz or what's it called? Rick and Morty and Pelswick. But a lot of those shows, the writing is what really sells it. And it's kind of odd to me because we almost never see an adult cartoon that has really good writing and really good art.
Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I remember Nostalgia Critic was talking about how, like, Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights, his animated movie, did not need to be in the style it was. You know, it looked way too good for the movie.
It looked way too pretty.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the studio, honestly.
Oh, well, that studio did that one movie and they died afterwards.
That's sad.
I think they also worked on Iron Giant, yeah, because there were some characters that resembled
like
Hogarth and his mother.
Maybe they're in the same universe.
Oh, god damn, Adam Sandler exists in the same world as Iron Giant. You stay, I go, no following. God. I forgot Adam Sandler voiced those 2 midget people in the movie. Hey everyone! Like, just imagine, I could do that. Like, just have Emily and Stephanie.
You already do that.
I know. It's like, I'm mad. I should have my own shitty Christmas movie. Well, I watched it. I watched parts of it again. It's not as bad as I remember.
Yeah, the Pan Pizza Christmas special where he has to define Wednesday once again.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Wouldn't you have like a Halloween special?
Yeah, well, Halloween podcast. Oh, we have shit. We should have a.
I mean, like,
yeah. A Gothtober special.
Oh, now you're talking.
Oh boy.
I mean, the last special we had wasn't that great. Remember the
Monster Trucks?
Red Carpet? Yeah.
That was a great episode.
That was an awful episode.
I love it. Yes.
That was hilarious.
It was a train wreck in podcast form.
Every podcast is a train wreck in podcast form.
Remember the start of this one?
Mars Reviews, I know who this is. He made a video, and I'm not going to get involved with this video because it dissed on people, and it's like, I'm not getting involved with this drama. But cartoons and directors, animators, or artists you would like to create and direct a feature-length animated film.
I would like Don Hertzfeldt to work with, what's his name? To work with the Mountain Goats.
Who that?
They're the band who did the No Children song from Moral World.
I mean, who them in general? Like, who's both those people you mentioned?
Okay, Don Hertzfeldt is the guy who did the short films, What a Beautiful Day, The World of Tomorrow. He did that one Simpsons couch gag when they go into the future.
Everyone makes a Simpsons couch gag. What makes him so special?
Pop-Tarts ripped off his style for their commercial.
Oh, wait, the Pop-Tarts? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
I
like
am a banana.
I remember my friend was talking about that artist, and like I was saying, is this the guy? Does he work on like the Pop-Tarts? And like, no, fuck them. Anything more? What else about that Norbert? These guys?
I just really think that they'll work well together. The Mountain Goat songs can be pretty sad, and Don Hertzfeld's films can be pretty sad too. I'm bad at describing them, but I'll send you the links to some of the Mountain Goat songs and the Don Hertzfeld films, and you can look at them.
I know what you're talking about, but I guess for me, one person I'd like to have an animated film would be, you know, like the Cartoon Network people like Craig McCracken or Lauren Faust, and there was going to be that Medusa movie with Lauren Faust, but no. Sony said, nah, we need the Emoji Movie more. Sorry. Because I thought, like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, that'd be nice as a Pixar movie, you know? That concept could work as a Pixar movie, too.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be the only one for me is you. Happy together.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo. Introducing Super Smash Brothers, where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe in one 4-player star-studded slam fest, only on Nintendo 64.
Rowdy Rogers says, if all the characters from every Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney cartoon had a battle royale, which would be the last one standing? I already have an answer to this, because it would be Samurai Jack and the Rugrats, because we know he would never kill the Rugrats, because that'd be fucked up. I don't think any of these characters would kill the Rugrats, you know? That's the main reason why we could never have like a Super Smash Brothers type game with Nickelodeon.
That is not the reason.
Yes, we could. I mean,
there is cartoon violence in a bunch. Like,
you can't
Smash
have
Brothers,
the babies getting killed in this game.
They're not killed. You just they poof.
That's still you're punching a baby.
First of all, Smash Brothers is just sumo wrestling,
essentially. But you can't.
And they go off screen and poof. They're fine. No one goes.
You're
oh,
still
shit.
smacking a baby around.
You add squacky sound effects. Boing, boing.
It's still fucked up. Like, I think if they did do that, I think they should just replace the Rugrats with Reptar.
Oh,
also, half of the cartoons are children.
Well, you know, it's slightly more acceptable. Like, Punch Time Explosion just had, like, little kids running around fighting each other, you know?
Isn't Powerpuff Girls like 3 or 5 or something?
They're 5-year-olds, but they have superpowers, so it's okay. They always get their ass
They're
beat.
still toddlers.
They can defend
just
themselves.
Keep Tommy on, and it'll be all right.
They can defend themselves. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Also, man, that is such an unfair battle because there's certain characters that have superpowers. There's other characters who are just comedy based who have like hammer time. You know, like SpongeBob, for example, can take a punch. You can't hurt him. He absorbs.
He's
everything.
indestructible.
You just have to deprive him of water. That'll kill him.
Shit, yeah, you're right. Also, this battle would be taking place above land, so, you know, he'd be greatly disadvantaged.
And he would just be a regular sponge, like in that one episode.
I mean, maybe he'll have his, like, his helmet, the goldfish helmet, but that'll be...
That's what I want. Nickelodeon, I want a game in which SpongeBob is just a real sponge on a popsicle stick. I want that to be a playable character.
Oh, yeah.
I think Vegas would win.
That reminds me, all these Nicktoons Unite games, like they have SpongeBob out of water without a helmet. Like, how the fuck is this happening?
Well, in the Out of Water movie, they just become CG.
Yeah, that was a movie.
And Magus XLR would probably step on everyone. That would kill a lot of people.
Pretty much, unless they shrink down Magus XLR so to make it even for everyone.
But then they'll press the shrink everyone else button.
Shit. Until they're fighting on atoms, it becomes Ant-Man and just
like Fairly Odd Parents, Abracadastrophe.
Oh my god, the scene where they're okay, that one scene in Abracadastrophe where they show like an artist working on a desk and he's sleeping and they zoom into his pencil and Timmy and Crocker are fighting on subatomic levels on these atoms, and Timmy just decides to split a fucking atom and just cause a nuclear explosion, killing that one cartoonist, which is actually confirmed to be a Butch Hartman cameo. So Butch Hartman killed himself in his own cartoon.
Is this a cry for help?
Oh no! Who knows? You know,
I was about to go, oh, wouldn't Timmy win since he could just wish himself winning? But rule number 2 of the rules is he cannot win a competition.
No, at that point, Cosmo and Wanda were captured.
Yeah.
No, I was just like reading the rules. Like, a godchild cannot or use magic to win a competition. So that means Cosmo and Wanda are out. Yeah. And Timmy has to fight Vanilla.
Breaking the rules.
I hated that movie.
Why?
I mean, I grew to hate it because it took itself so seriously.
Look, this was an event.
We're talking about Abracatastrophe, right? The Fairly Odd Parents first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Timmy was gonna, at the end, Timmy surrenders to Crocker, and Crocker was gonna fucking execute him.
His parents?
No, him and his parents.
Oh, fuck. Look, this was a major event,
No, I get that, but you can still have Kids Next Door handled it so well. Nobody died, they just turned into old creepy zombies, and it made sense in the world.
Look, Crocker meant business. Then, he was gonna fucking pull a Glock out, shoot them,
Imagine if Crocker just if he did pull the gun out and he shot Timmy and Timmy's brains exploded and he just fell over and died. And his parents and Cosmo and Wanda are fucking screaming and agony and frustration.
God.
And Crocker's just whatever. Fucking Timmy faggot.
Oh.
Okay, guys, hold up. Whoa.
Huh.
There's a special called Fairly Odd Summer where at the end of it, Timmy becomes a fairy godparent.
It's not canon. Possibly.
Yeah, that was the live action movie, wasn't it?
No, it looks like it's just CG.
No, if that's the live action stuff. The fairies are in CG.
Yeah.
That was the third Fairly Odd Parents live action movie where Timmy fucking falls into a volcano and dies and he becomes a fairy.
What the fuck? I haven't seen these movies.
I hate this. This is dumb. Why do they to kill it?
Look,
did anyone see the special that revealed that Timmy secretly made a wish to keep the world in stasis for 50 years so he would never have to grow up or give up his fairies?
What? That sounds like some Twilight Zone shit.
Timmy is a selfish human child. Timmy is the worst character.
He's 10. What do you want from him?
I want his head on a platter. Yeah. There are so many shitty characters who they mean well. They're good in the end, like fucking Martian Manhunter or Timmy Turner. Fuck him.
What do you got against Martian Manhunter?
Martian Manhunter is the worst Justice League member. He's fucking pathetic.
No.
He is absolute disgrace to heroes. For example, he has mind reading powers, right?
Yeah.
Half of the time they don't work. The writers will just say, "Oh, he can't read the mind of this species," or "Oh, he refuses to read the mind of this person because he feels it's not morally correct." And then he whines about being the only Martian on Earth, and Superman is the only Kryptonian, and Hawkgirl is the only whatever her race is, and sure they're human. Yeah, sure they're humanoid, but Martian Manhunter is a fucking shapeshifter. If you really wanted to learn to assimilate with people and get them to feel more comfortable around him, he could just change his shape and then gradually warm people up to him. Mm-hmm. It's not that hard.
He's not gonna race bend himself.
He literally just fucking has a problem that could be easily solved if he could fucking try, but he's just so mopey and angsty. Oh. And then when Unlimited comes along, they give him a fucking desk job and he stays on the tower like he fucking should. And then eventually Wonder Woman says, "Martian, my dude, you got to stop being a hermit. You've been up here for 2 years." And Martian's like, "Okay, I guess I'll go assimilate with Earth people or whatever." So then he leaves the show. And then in the series finale of the entire Timverse, he comes back with a Chinese wife and he just says, "Hey guys, I'm back. What up? I didn't leave or anything, And all of his development for assimilating with people on Earth, he gets a wife and everything, it's all off screen. I hate him. He sucks. He's the worst.
Damn.
Fuck you, Martian Manhunter. You abysmal abortion.
Hawkgirl is not the last of her species, by the way. They're still out there.
No, I get that. No, she's the only one on Earth, and she's been exiled from them. So
look, they all had that one scene where it said, we're all alone. I guess it's the Just Us League.
They did not say that.
I swear there was something like that in Justice League. I swear Wonder Woman said that. Like, not The Flash, it was Wonder Woman, I think. It's been a couple of years. It's been like a decade or more. I haven't seen the show in forever, but I swear I heard that from that show.
I want the Ice villains to get together and call themselves the Just Ice League.
Oh, yes.
That's good. That's good.
Damn. Young Justice had that first episode where all these ice villains were attacking. They did not do that. What a waste. Nolan, you weren't here, but if all the characters from every Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney cartoon had a battle royale, who'd be the last one standing?
Timmy Turner.
I guess you're right, you know.
I wish they were all sent to the sun. That's technically not asking him to win. He's not asking to win the competition. He's just sending them to a place where they'll die instantly.
No, Timmy's a dumbass.
Why didn't they do that in Dragon Ball Z?
Teleport people?
When the Saiyans were coming, Shenron was like, Kami said that they couldn't wish them dead because they were stronger than Kami, but they could have just been like, I wish the Saiyans spaceships were teleported into the sun.
Oh, that's true. Who's to say they could also survive the sun?
Well, most Dragon Ball Z villains can't survive the sun.
Shit.
Goku killed Baby by blasting him to the sun.
He killed Boss Baby. I mean, also we could never have a DreamWorks fighting game because Boss Baby would be fucked up to kill.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sick of that argument for you.
Okay, and I was playing the Billy and Mandy fighting game on PS2, and it's weird, kind of like playing as Hostel Gato and beating up Mandy, and you just hear a child like, "Ow, ow!" It's kind of fucked up.
So is your obsession with Monster High girls?
Hey, I don't mean harm to them, you know.
Do you?
No, unless they're into that kink, you know.
Next question?
Well, I'm not gonna hurt them.
Next question?
Hey, next question. How long does it take to make each podcast in terms of editing? Surprisingly, it takes not that long. It takes it under 5 hours to get all the I don't know. What I do is listen to the podcast. If there's a break that I need to make a spot on, I move the rest of the audio file forward so there's a big empty space, so I'll know to come back to it later. Listen to the podcast some more, and then once it's done, I get all the clips I need from whatever source, and then I put them down and I mark where the timestamps, because we do have timestamps in the description, since some people don't know that. But yeah, it's under a day. But sometimes I get lazy and do I want to add an Emily and Stephanie song? Because, you know, they get tired and it's like, we got no time for that. Well, they got no time for that, you know. Emily and Stephanie are busy with their own things, you know.
Non-existing.
Shut up. Oh, I'm here. Yeah. But next question.
We know, Pan. We know you're here.
No, I'm here also. Nolan shot Stephanie. Emily earlier.
Wait, who's here?
I'm here. Me.
Oh no, I shot Stephanie too. Shit.
No, you didn't. You don't have any
fired. Bang.
I got him. Fuck, you whore. God damn.
It's canon. It's canon in the podcast that Stephanie and Emily are dead.
I'm still alive.
Insert GIF of the little girl from the Japanese little girl from Cabin in the Woods. The evil is dead.
I'm alive, though I'm in pain. Oh. This is
Double tap it, Nolan. Double tap it.
Oh no! Wait, hang on. Wait, let me check off before I die.
Bang, bang.
Shit!
Oh no! I shot off Stephanie. I shot off Stephanie's.
What?
Their
What?
Pan.
What?
What genitalia does Stephanie?
You know what? That's a fucking rude question to ask, Emily, Stephanie. Anyway,
is it more rude than
I have a follow-up question.
Oh.
Pan.
Yeah.
You have.
What?
What genitalia do you have?
Hey, Human Rat says, do you have a favorite web animator or independent animator? You know, after the YouTube thing, every animator on YouTube died horribly. Sad.
Artist Izzy. Artist Izzy is my favorite.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm just fucking with you guys. I like Ego Raptor.
Yeah, shame he died too.
No, he survived. He's just not an artist.
Oh.
He might as well be dead.
Let's Play.
That's the dream, you know. I hope one day my Let's Play channel succeeds and then I can work at stuff at my own pace. You know. Whatever.
By the way, Herny. No, wait, no, Norbert. I fucking love this 4chan, Fairly Odd Parents post. It's so fucking funny.
Would you like to explain it?
I'll link to it below so people can see it, Nolan, because it's an audio podcast and no one can see these things. What is this?
Oh my god, look who just walked into the room, a dinosaur.
Do you think I honestly give a crap about the professional quality of this podcast?
No, because you were fucking playing a Vine that had Mario 64 music last time.
We agreed to never discuss this.
No, we're discussing it now. But do you guys have a favorite independent web animator who is not dead?
I enjoy Hot Diggity Demon a lot. Like, I know that his views can be controversial sometimes and that his animation can be kind of crude, but like his technical skill is so far beyond so many other animators on YouTube. That guy has an eye for quality and he refuses to go anything lower than his best. Oh man, sorry, I had like a weird breath there. But yeah, he refuses to go any lower than his best. And I think he's one of the most admirable people on the platform. Even if I don't necessarily agree with all his artistic stylings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, too bad he's dead. Any other ones?
I like the Cyanide Happiness stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember that in high school.
I want to jump one more thing. When I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily care for the, like, I don't know if that person is a good person. I just know that artistically, as far as the product goes, he has a high quality.
Yeah, this always brings up the question, like, can you watch someone's work if you know they're like done all these things on the side, these bad things? Like, how do you feel about those things? Like, like Mel Gibson making a movie or something? I don't know.
It's hard because I feel like nowadays people associate the product with the person, especially now that like with the internet and social media and such, the creator is such a big part of that product. If before, I think like in the 90s, a lot of people I don't think really like cared or even like followed who made what. I mean, the only reason why we know people weren't following cartoon creators like they were previously. And so like, if they do something shitty, they just get replaced and we don't even know. Did you know that like Cheers had like 15, like 5 like showrunners throughout its history? But now if a showrunner leaves the show, everyone knows.
Yeah. I mean, with the internet now, you can't hide that stuff. Now people know who's making this stuff. They have social media. You can follow them. You can be there when they fuck up and say all these things and, just put their dick on their fan Reddit and stuff, and everyone knows. And it's just like, shit, that can't be their dick. And then you just see a previous photo that has the same measuring tape, and it's like, oh, fuck, that is their dick, and I can't believe they did it. So it's just like, you're just attached to that, and you'll never have a 10-inch dick like Mike Matei. Fuck!
And are you speaking from experience?
No, not me. It was someone else who did that.
And I have a question. Do you see it when you close your eyes?
What?
Do you see it when you close your eyes?
Do you see it? Do you see it when you close your eyes, Pan?
No. You ever close?
Pan?
Sometimes when I'm asleep, I see some terrible visions when I close my eyes. But anyway, that happens sometimes. Very rarely. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see the face of God.
Ro.
Do you want to know what God looks like?
What?
Chloe from Life is Strange.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she said, I'm the fucking ruler of the universe, you dumb idiot, and then she dabbed.
A dab a day keeps the doctor away. Shit, do we have any other web animators that we like? I mean, sometimes when I see just like a cartoonist on Tumblr, I'm like, that style's close to mine. They must fucking die. I get that sometimes, just like, they must fucking suffer. Or, it's like, well, not so much. I don't know. Sometimes I see an artist more popular than me, like on YouTube, and like I fuck them. But then it turns out they have like this horrible thing that they've been hiding, and then it gets revealed, and I'm like, yeah, fuck all of you for liking that guy and not me. Piece of
so,
shit.
Pan, when is your horrible secret gonna come out?
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
I'm pretty sure it would be out by now, since I tell everything on these goddamn Let's Plays and stuff. Like there is no hiding. Okay, whatever I did, it's probably been admitted already. Fuck. Although there is that legitimate worry, like, did I do something that would be fucked up? I don't know, guys. You guys know me? Did I do anything that would be fucked up or possibly call out worthy? swear there's something.
That was the monkey incident.
Oh yeah, the monkey incident.
Anyway,
you're a sheep fucker.
Hey now, twice sheep fucker twice. Yes.
Wednesday.
Oh. But oh yeah, classic. I was like, the day Wednesday. It's like, oh, that Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, a related question. Pigpen says, question for Nolan / Jim / Izzy. What's the saddest, most pathetic pan moment?
Oh God. Can we get like
Izzy?
a top 100?
Top 100?
Izzy, go ahead.
I think honestly, it's got to be his Let's Play channel.
Oh, you know, look, I was trying to live the dream. I was trying to make myself open, you know, like if I'm open, like maybe people will like relate to me and just like, wow, Pan, that was pathetic, crying while masturbating to a girl and yelling her name and saying you love her. I relate to that, you know. We all do that, I believe.
I remember this one time we were in a call together and you hit yourself like an autismo.
How'd I hit myself? I forget.
You like smacked your head like multiple times.
I did
like
not
you were
do
having
that.
I think okay. How about this?
This was back in the way olden days when Ken was still on the podcast.
I
so
did not do that.
Yes, you did.
I don't know. What
how about the fact that we had to ask Pan if this is truly how he is?
Oh yeah. For clarification, me, Izzy, and Pan got together at 4 a.m. and it wasn't quite an intervention, but it was more just okay, Pan, so you're faking it, right? and he said, I don't know.
No one knows, man. I just act how I act, you know, just like whatevs.
Well, because it stemmed from like me and Nolan literally having legit like, how much is Pan as a character? Because like, you know, we know Pan well enough because we talk to him on and off the podcast, and this is what you get. This is what you see, what you hear is what you get with this person.
Yeah. I mean, like, my sheepy GF, she was telling me, like, oh my God, you're not any different from you are online. You're exactly the same person online as you are in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, usually there are differences between people online and offline. Even if you talk with them personally online, when you meet them in real life, they'll act slightly differently because, you know, you're physically there. But apparently with Pan, no, Pan is exactly the same, no matter what.
Yeah. It's cray-cray, I know.
I've never met somebody so inherently transparent about their life.
I know, aren't I fucked up?
There's an episode of Community where Britta has an ex-boyfriend that shows up. He's a carny, and she knows that if he calls, she's gonna run to him. And the other character, Jeff, is just like has to figure out what's so special about this guy, and he spends a day playing the carny's booth. And he comes to the conclusion that the reason why the guy is so charming is the same reason why he can only work at a carnival. He has no shame. He like he had like a piece of his brain hit by like a screw or something that rendered him the inability to feel any shame whatsoever. So he's never trying to impress. He's never trying to do anything. He is just himself, and that makes him very charming. And I think this is the sole reason Pan Pizza has a large following on YouTube.
God damn it.
I thought it was because Pan had a decent... I think people came for Pan's aesthetic and his structure to his reviews. Because your commentary and your analysis are okay to kind of bare bones, but you have a very...
I'm improving on that. I'm working on that, you know?
Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing, you know. It's sort of why it's sort of the reason why YouTube exists, because you can have multiple creators tackle content in many different ways. Because I like people who analyze stuff, but I also like people who are just kind of talk about something in a sort of conjecture-y, funny way, which is why I come to you but there are unfortunately no real good cartoon analysts, really.
Oh
yeah,
I'm trying my best.
You're one of the best, but your analysis is just kind of not there because you don't have a background in animation.
Fuck. You know,
I mean, I've learned a lot about animation over the course of my schooling, but I'm obviously not a professional yet, and I don't think I will be even after I graduate. But you know, I've picked up some stuff. I know a few things. Do you guys know what a holding frame is? I don't think so.
You just freeze.
Okay, first of all, fuck you. Yes, I do.
I assume it's just like holding on one shot and it's just waiting there. Sort of a freeze frame, I believe, with some motion, limited animation. Is that what it is? I'm guessing. I never heard that phrase before, but I can sort of get...
The people don't... No, you don't speak. Shh.
Oh, I thought Don't worry, Pan. I thought your Samurai Jack video was good.
Bang.
Oh.
Bang.
Now stop it. Ow. It's just a BB gun. That's not hurting. That's just not killing me. It just hurts a lot. Ow. Like, I didn't die before.
Knife.
I didn't die before.
You did.
I was
You're dead.
I was in shock. That's why.
Wait, guys, do you hear that?
Emily's just sleeping.
No, do you hear that? There's like an engine-y sound. It's coming from the sky.
What?
A plane is flying overhead. It came out of it. It's a nuke.
Oh.
And on it is a selfie of Kim Jong-un. Oh no!
Oh. Well, I'm glad I'm not one of those people that died in that explosion.
Kim Jong-un can kill fucking Stephanie. What a worthless idiot.
No.
Also, this entire time Stephanie's been talking, it's just that one thing when someone dies, sometimes gas gets released, and it just sounds like it's speaking.
Woo! Ooh.
There was multiple people that did that.
Ooh.
That woo.
Look, Nolan, I'm trying my best with these analyses. You know, I hopefully went into big detail about Samurai Jack's design process, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't know what the standard is.
You didn't even talk about the fact that when he loses the sword, he loses his nipples.
That's
very.
You're always bringing that up, Izzy. You're obsessed with that factoid.
It's hilarious.
Izzy likes her nips.
Oh, never mind. That's personal.
Oh.
I learned that I'm not a fan of being tortured. That wasn't fun.
All the girls at school keep titty twistering me.
Not that kind of torture. The sexy kind. Also, you're dead.
No, I'm not. You asshole.
You're just Pan.
You know, I'm just gonna take over the podcast from now on. Like, we're almost done, so, you know. Fuck,
no, fine. Fuck you, Pan.
Oh.
I challenge you to do one podcast where it's just you, Emily, and Stephanie, just the three of you.
That'd be great. I don't know if I could do. Well, I don't know if they were up for that. You know?
Everybody mute your mic. Everybody mute your mic. So Pan, Izzy, Pan, Stephanie, and Emily can talk. Do it.
Come back. I can't be alone with my thoughts. No, please. I don't want to be alone. Don't worry, Pan. You're not alone. Here, Pan. I'll suck your dick. Wait, no, Stephanie, no. Come back. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Fuck. No. They're just taunting me in the chat. I'm just like alone.
Oh boy, I guess we'll have to take on the podcast. We're 1 hour and 29 minutes into this podcast, so it should be over. I'm Emily Vasquez, the greatest god in the fucking world. Who are you people?
Who are you people? Come on! I'm Pan Pizza. Now I feel self-conscious. Come on. And I'm Stephanie Vasquez. Oh. Goodbye, every pony. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, fuck. There. Okay, wait. Come back.
That was like performance art. That was performance art.
It feels like. Do you remember that one scene in We're Back, a Dinosaur Story?
You know we don't.
Okay, there was that.
Oh, the one, yeah.
There was some dinosaur movie in the 90s, and it was featuring Jay Leno as a dinosaur, and some bad guy at a circus was just like, I don't know, like all his circus freaks left him, and he was alone at the end, and he said, "No, don't leave me alone, and there were crows flying in the air, and the crows just come down and swallow him whole, and all that's left is his one screwball eye.
No, what happened just now reminded me of that one feminist girl. I think she was feminist, and she just shat herself in front of an audience and called it performance art.
Oh yeah, I remember I was talking about this in the Crazy Taxi video. There was this one performance art piece. Like I think I said, "Are video games art?" I don't know, but this one time I was online and I saw this image of a girl menstruating on behind a glass case in a cafeteria, and that's apparently art. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should find that image again. Like, I gotta contact that girl. I gotta say, hey, yeah, so I mentioned you in my video of Crazy Taxi a long ass time ago. You know? Menstruate. More like, man, I am straight. So, is this the end of the podcast? I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
I thought you already ended.
It is.
No, we're still going. You guys didn't give a proper thing. So I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
I'm Norbert.
I'm Norbert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also Norbert.
Oh,
I'm Daggett.
People at school call
Norbert.
me.
You're Norbert. I'm Norbert. Are there any other Norberts I should know about?
At school, people call me Daggett, but except with an F instead of a D. Stephanie gets bullied a lot, okay? So, that's why I invited them on the podcast. I just wanted to, make them feel better.
Okay,
Hey,
if they're
Stephanie.
actually on the
Hey, Stephanie.
podcast, how come they don't have icons?
Oh, well, we're only cameo every so often, so we're not good enough for a podcast.
Hey, Stephanie, I brought you a gift.
Oh boy.
It's a rope.
Oh, I thought it was the image that Norbert sent.
I know, that was so convenient. Okay, to explain,
What
because
is
it's a
that
visual
picture? What is
podcast.
that?
As Nolan says, I brought you something in the chat.
Yeah, an image of like this shirtless guy hugging a Norbert plush from Angry Beavers.
Wait a minute. Isn't there a thing? Isn't there a guy?
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
Yep. John of E.
What's his name?
John of E.
I forgot that guy existed.
He deleted his Tumblr.
Oh, he had a Tumblr and he was openly proud of this. Yeah, so don't fuck the Norbert plush. So I'm Pan Pizza. Who are you people?
I'm Norbert.
I'm Norbert.
Norbert.
And I'm Stephanie.
I'm not sure I want to be Norbert anymore.
Bye, every pony.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.